Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today's lecture is about 10th class physics. This is the book of 10th class physics. The first unit of 10th class physics is unit 10, simple harmonic motion and waves. We will study this unit. The first topic of this unit is simple harmonic motion. Students, you have learnt in 9th class about vibratory motion. Vibratory motion, when we define vibratory motion means to and fro motion or back and forth motion of a body is called vibratory motion. Yes, vibratory motion is also called oscillatory motion. Vibratory motion means to and fro motion or back and forth motion of a body is called vibratory motion, and it is called oscillatory motion. Oscillate mean motion of the body. Oscillation, to and fro motion of the body is also called oscillation. When we study vibratory motion and oscillatory motion, both these are called simple harmonic motion. We will represent in abbreviation form is capital S, H and capital M. Simple harmonic motion, SHM. This is the topic of 10.1 of your book, simple harmonic motion. Simple harmonic motion is of three types. Three topics are there in your book. One is mass attached to the spring. Second one is motion of the simple pendulum. And the third one is ball and bowl system. The first topic is of simple harmonic motion is motion of mass attached to a spring. Now, first of all, I will present a diagram in front of you. This is the diagram. There are three diagrams A, B and C. First of all, you will focus on diagram A. At diagram A, there is a spring. One end of the spring is attached with a support, and other end of a spring, a mass is attached at the other end of the spring, which is free end. The mass M is at point O. There are 3 points mentioned, B, O and A in figure A. O point is called mean position of the mass M, mean position. At that point, the mass is laying at the frictionless surface, the mass is not moving. When we apply force on mass M and pushes it towards point A with applied force, then after reaching at point A, we will leave that mass. Then due to restoring force of the spring, this mass M will move towards point O, which is its mean position, but it will not stop at mean position due to inertia. This word is very important. Due to inertia, this is the scientific word. Due to inertia, this mass will not stop at point O, but it will move towards point B. When it reaches at point B, the spring once again pushes the mass towards point O. Again, this mass will move towards point O. It will not stop at point O, which is its mean position due to inertia, and it will move towards point A. In this way, this mass will continue its oscillation between point A and B. Point O is called mean position of this mass which is attached to the spring, and points A and B are called extreme positions. Points A and B are called extreme positions, and point O, where the mass is present at the start, this point is called, there are two names of this point, mean position or equilibrium position. Now, listen, there is also written x. X is equal to 0 at mean position at point O. X is equal to 0. X means amplitude of the body. Amplitude, when we stretch somebody towards right or towards left, the distance from the mean position is called amplitude. When we define amplitude, we will define as distance of a body from its mean position. At mean position, because there is no force is applied, therefore x is 0, body is at rest at its mean position. When we apply force and pushes the mass from point O to point A, then at point A x will be maximum. X means amplitude, distance from the mean position. X will be maximum at position A and also at position B. X is 0 at position O and it is maximum at point A and point B. When we apply force F directly proportional to X, F directly proportional to X, it is written here, F directly proportional to X and F is equal to Kx. It is written on the with the pencil, with the lead pencil. F is directly proportional to minus X and F is equal to minus Kx. Minus X means when you stretch the spring towards yourself and then you release it, the spring moves towards opposite direction. This negative sign represents the opposite direction of the spring. There are two types of forces which are applied on the spring. One is the external force which we apply. We push the spring towards our side or towards left or right. And when we release the spring, then spring continue its motion for some time. This type of motion is called, this type of force is called restoring force. Under restoring force, the spring will continue its oscillation between point A and B. F directly proportional to X minus X and F is equal to minus Kx. K is called spring constant. K is called spring constant. And when K, we have to find the K. K is equal to minus F over X because X is multiplying with minus K. Therefore, when it will shift towards the opposite side, it will go in the division and it will become K is equal to minus F over X. This is the value of formula of spring constant. K is equal to minus F over X. Now listen. F is equal to minus Kx and K is equal to minus F over X. Then we know that according to Newton's second law of motion, F is equal to ma. F is equal to ma. Now when we place the value of F, when we place the value of F in place in this formula, let's say K is equal to minus F over X and K is equal to minus ma over X, we have placed the value of force ma in its place. F is equal to minus ma over X. Now listen. A is equal to, when we cross multiply and calculate acceleration, it will become A is equal to minus K over m multiplied by X. This is the value of acceleration. And you people know that spring constant is a constant quantity and mass is also a constant quantity because you have read in class 9th that mass remains same everywhere. Therefore, K over m is constant value. Therefore, we will remove these two values and in place of these values, we will place the symbol of constant. A constant to minus x. A constant to minus x. This is the mathematical proof of this topic, mass attached to a spring, simple harmonic motion. Now listen. Acceleration is always directly proportional to displacement. X mean amplitude, or you can also say displacement from the mean position. A directly proportional to X, it means when displacement will be greater, then acceleration will be greater. And when displacement will be smaller, acceleration will be smaller because acceleration is directly proportional to displacement. Now, look at this figure. In this figure, a spring is laying on a frictionless smooth surface. Mass is placed at mean position O and there are two positions B and A. At mean position here, at mean position, speed is maximum. Speed of the body is maximum. When you take spring from point O to point A and then release it, spring will move with a very great speed towards point O, but it will not stop at point O due to inertia, and it will move towards point B. At point O, which is the mean position or equilibrium position of the spring, of the mass attached to the spring, at this point speed is maximum, V is maximum, acceleration is 0. Why acceleration is 0? Because x is 0. Because at mean position the body is not displaced, therefore x is also 0. A is 0, F is 0, because at mean position no force is applied. At extreme position A will be maximum, V is 0, A will be maximum, and F is also maximum. At point A and B, which is this diagram, in this diagram which you have read, in this diagram, at point A and B, F is maximum, X is maximum, therefore acceleration is maximum, but speed is 0. The speed is very important in this case. Speed is maximum at point O, which is mean position, but it is 0 at point A and at point B, which are extreme positions. You know that kinetic energy formula Ke is equal to half mv square. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Kinetic energy depends on speed. When speed is maximum at the mean position O here, then kinetic energy is maximum, because kinetic energy depends on speed. Potential energy's formula is P is equal to mgh. Potential energy depends on height, because mass is constant, g is also constant. Potential energy depends on height. At mean position there is no height. Height is 0, therefore potential energy is 0. At extreme position here, at extreme position speed is maximum, speed is 0. At extreme position speed is 0, therefore kinetic energy is 0. Height is maximum, therefore potential energy is maximum. This is very important portion of this topic. At extreme position, when V is 0, then kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. When V is 0, kinetic energy will be 0. But at extreme position, height is maximum, therefore potential energy is maximum. Potential energy is maximum at extreme position, but 0 at mean position. Kinetic energy is 0 at both position A and B, but it is maximum at point O, which is equilibrium position or mean position. In this way, when we apply force and stretch the body towards point A and then release it, body will continue its motion between A and B. This type of motion is called simple harmonic motion. Now there are four necessary conditions for a body executing simple harmonic motion, which are written in your book as well as in the notes which I am going to share. The first point is, body executing simple harmonic motion always vibrate about a fixed position between A and B. Body, when applied force and release the body, it will vibrate between fixed position A and B. The second point is, its acceleration is always directed towards the mean position O. Whether body is going towards A or towards B or moving from point A to point O, wherever the body is going, its acceleration is always directed towards the mean position. Whether the body is going from O to A, body is going away from mean position, but direction of acceleration is always towards mean position. And you have read this, the acceleration is directly proportional to displacement. Acceleration is 0 at mean position because displacement is 0, and acceleration is maximum at extreme positions because displacement is maximum at extreme positions. And the fourth point, which you have already read, that velocity is maximum at the mean position and 0 or minimum at the extreme position. This is the fourth condition of simple harmonic motion. There are four conditions. First condition is body executing simple harmonic motion vibrate about fixed position. Fixed position means between A and B. Number 2, acceleration is always directed towards the mean position. Number 3, acceleration is directly proportional to displacement. When displacement is 0 at mean position, acceleration is 0 at mean position. Displacement is maximum at the extreme positions, acceleration is also maximum at the extreme positions. And the last one is velocity is maximum at the mean position and 0 at the extreme position, because velocity is maximum at the mean position and 0 at the extreme position. This is our topic of simplifying simple harmonic motion and mass attached to the spring. Now, one more thing, formula of simple harmonic motion. Here, this is called time period. T is equal to 2 pi m over k. This is the formula to calculate the time period of mass attached to the spring. This is the formula of that one. T, capital T is called time period. Small t is called time, which you have learnt in class 9. Small t. This is capital T. This is called time period. M is called mass and K is called spring constant. This is the complete topic. I am going to share the notes. You will write these notes on your notebooks. Listen, from here, this is the question, and you will write this whole question number 1, then question number 2, and then the next page, this one, the remaining portion up to this point. First 2 questions, you have read this, and you will also write down these 2 questions on your notebooks and also learn these questions by heart. Our next topic will be motion of simple harmonic motion, motion of a body attached to a thread, or you can say simple harmonic motion of simple pendulum. Simple pendulum is a body which is attached with the string, and this will be our next topic. Okay, take care. Allah Hafiz.